Commander Elena Volkov was alone in orbit when the world ended. From space, Earth looked untouched. Blue oceans shimmered. Clouds drifted in lazy spirals. Sunlight brushed across continents as if nothing below had changed. There were no screams in the vacuum, no smoke she could smell, no blood she could see. Only silence. The first transmission from Earth had been strange, not because of what was said, but because of how it was said. Mission Control did not panic. It did not stammer. But that day, someone did. Containment breach. Multiple casualties. A voice snapped through her headset before dissolving into static. Another voice shouted in the background. Something crashed. Then, open channel breathing. Elena here. Repeat last transmission, she said evenly. No reply. Over the next day, fragments slipped through the void. Military chatter, emergency alerts, cities locking down, words repeated again and again. Infection. Bite. Reanimation. She didn't believe that one. She couldn't. But by the second day, the structure in the broadcasts collapsed. Coordinated responses turned into scattered pleas. Gunfire crackled behind desperate voices. Someone sobbed. Someone prayed. From orbit, Elena watched the night side of the planet and noticed something subtle. The lights were going out. Power grids failed in spreading patches. Highways that once glowed like golden veins faded into darkness. Civilization dimmed before her eyes. On the third day, one final clear message reached her. This is Colonel Harris at Johnson Space Center. The voice rasped. Gunshots echoed nearby. To any orbital crew, do not attempt re-entry. The infection is global. Quarantine has failed. A pause. Labored breathing. They aren't staying dead. The transmission ended in a scream. After that, only static. Elena checked her supplies with clinical focus. Oxygen recycling, stable. Water reclamation, functional. Food, 5 months if rationed carefully. Hydroponics might extend that. Space was safer than Earth. For now. A week later, the proximity alarm shattered the quiet. Something was approaching the station. She strapped in and activated the external cameras. A crew capsule drifted into view, hull scorched as if it had nearly burned through atmosphere before changing course. Its orbit was unstable. Desperate. Elena Volkov aboard Kestrel station, she transmitted. Identify yourself. Silence. The capsule rotated slowly, revealing dark smears across the inside of its small window. Handprints. Her pulse pounded in her ears as the automated docking system engaged. The capsule aligned with her forward port and bumped softly against it. The station shuddered. Then came the sound. A dull thud against the hatch. Another. And another. Slow. Heavy. Relentless. Elena floated backward, heart racing. Whatever was inside did not need air the way she did. It did not need hope. It just needed an opening. The hatch groaned under another violent slam. She propelled herself to the emergency controls. If she depressurized the docking module, she could vent the capsule into space, but she would lose part of the station, lose resources, shorten her survival. Another impact bent the metal inward. Decision made. She sealed the internal bulkheads and triggered emergency depressurization. Warning lights flashed red as air roared from the docking chamber into vacuum. On the external camera, the capsule trembled violently. The hatch cracked open a fraction. For one terrible second, a face pressed into the gap. Pale, bloodless, eyes cloudy and empty. Frost spread across its skin as space claimed it. The capsule tore free, spinning into endless black. Silence returned. Elena floated in the dim glow of the station, shaking now that it was over. Below her, Earth turned. Smoke streaked the atmosphere in faint scars. Fires flickered where cities once shone. She was safe. Safer than anyone still alive below. But safety in orbit had limits. Supplies would dwindle. Systems would fail. Gravity would eventually pull her home. Until then, she remained suspended between stars and apocalypse. The last woman in orbit, listening to static, waiting for a human voice that might never come.